It's Lori with A Voice in the Dark production here at YouTube. The time has come, sorry about that. The time has come where we're out of time. So what we're going to do is purify our hearts under a rapid healing. It's possible on how willing you are. I want you to remember that we are sovereign beings. We do not consent to any non-truth or any dishonest tomfoolery. We are the children of God. We are the spark of God consciousness, remembering who we are. Now, to purify our hearts, it's simpler than it sounds. What we want to do is face all our guilt, shame, fears, anger, and anger is usually from some kind of guilt or shame. We need to clear this out. There's a quick way to do it. I'm capable of doing hypno meditation and then teaching you with how to do regression work. But since we're in this kind of rapid healing phase, the best thing to do at this point is to be honest with yourself, to sit in silence, allow the feelings to come up, whatever they are, and if you get an image or a memory, hold on to that memory and look at that person that you were at that time, and you need to put your arms up and you know how you rock a baby, kind of like that, and let them know that you didn't know any better then, but you do now, and that you love them, and let it go, and just be in the moment and with that child or young person or whoever you are at the time, and you need to just love it and then let it go. But you have to be in it. You have to really allow yourself to be in it, the feeling, and see yourself holding yourself and loving yourself and forgiving yourself. That's all it is. You see, this is merely an experience. It wasn't meant to be personal. We are souls trying to remember who we are. We're sparks of consciousness, of God, of Source. And we are remembering who we are so we can go home or, move on up to the next thing. So you have to get to a point where you can allow the feelings to come forward. If you need to, I've got several videos out now that are part of the Walk With Me section. There's 3 of them, part 1, 2, and 3, to help with this kind of thing if you need to. I'm also available. My email is in here all the time, and some of you know how to private message me if you need help. I will be more than happy to make space for you. Then you have to get to a point where you can get through all the painful stuff where you feel that pain and let it go and cry. Allow yourself to cry. Allow yourself to love yourself and forgive yourself and realize, hell, I didn't know any better. And sometimes we did know better after a while, but we'll get to that part in a minute. Because I know some of you are out there pretty smart, and I don't need you to trample all over my process here. But then you're going to get to the point where you're sad and you're hurting, but you're so bloody angry. That's okay. Let it out. Scream like you have never screamed before. Let it come up from your bowels all the way up and out. Scream and let that depth come out. It's okay. But I want you to hold yourself at the same time. I want you to hold yourself, and I want you to scream and let it out, whatever that pain is. Because, see, the anger is at you, yourself. Yes, it's at the other people that were involved. It always is. But it's mostly at ourselves because we let ourselves down. And I want to take you back to that moment. where you realized it was you making the mistakes, but you didn't know how to stop, and that's okay. You didn't know how to stop till now, and that's okay. And then, again, I want you to hold yourself, and love yourself. Hold your heart, or, I got my hands crossed across my heart, and I'm just, patting myself. You just have to allow yourself to know that this was just an experience. Your soul is perfect. Your soul is always perfect. It can't be damaged. No. No, and there is no sin. Not really. Not to get back in heaven. Not the real heaven. The one we're from. This world is getting ready to separate. There will be the pure hearts, the purest hearts, and then the ones that aren't ready will stay. And the world that you're looking at, if you stay, is, to me, heart-wrenching. But if you stay, there's a few things you need to know. And that's how to heal and how to touch source without having to worry about where you are or what you were put into. And you can build from there. Your spark is in your heart, centered there. And God has assured me that all the sparks are being protected, like mine is. And you can touch into that spark anytime you want. I know people tell me, oh, I can't meditate because I can't quit thinking. Well, no, you can't, because your brain's meant to think. But what you do is when you get stuck, you deep breathe. Deep breathing's the biggest part. But deep breathe and try to do it 15 minutes twice a day to let your soul know, I'm wanting to be in alignment with you. Because when we just let our brain and our body, be in charge, it blocks our heart a little bit. We block our heart quite a bit because we don't want to get hurt again. But you can open it back up, and you will find that you will fiercely fight for that love to be alive. And there are hard times coming. And I guess what I'm trying to do is make peace with yourself more than anything, so that maybe your heart, your pure heart, can come through, and you can go to the new world with us. And if you can't, you find yourself in the the troubled world, then you are going to have to be the warriors, the new spirit warriors. Because the spiritual battle is very real. And it's really heightened now. And there's going to come a period where there are a lot of extra entities on the planet now anyway. But it's going to get worse. There's 3 days of darkness coming. You need to seal all your windows and doors and just stay in and cover your windows real good. You don't want any real air getting in at all. There are entities that are just nasty, and they were created to do just this thing. And they're going to try to scare you, and all those negative feelings that we feel sometimes, they are going to try to bleed on it. So what I'm saying is it's time to cleanse your heart, cleanse your emotions, and stand true in your soul and your heart, and prepare for what's coming. Make space for yourself now, because it's real important. And yes, you should start stocking up on some things, but don't go crazy. You got a little time. I would say about 3 months, unless they fake the three 3 days of darkness, which I have found happening in a lot of things. They're trying to rush the book of Revelations and all this before the actual period was actually supposed to happen, because things have changed on the planet. And Jesus is rising on the planet. He is rising within many of us. And you have that in you too. And Sophia. And I guess that's the biggest thing I have right now. Each soul is responsible for their own growth. And I hate to use the term growth because it's not true. Each soul needs to come to terms with the fact that this was just an experience. We were curious beings, and we came here and found this planet, and we've been here forever. And now it's turning a little dark, too dark for the souls. So we're wanting to remind you of who you are and wake up. That's what being woke means. It doesn't mean that you're on some high, spiritual high, or it's none of that shit. It is simply you are awakening to your soul self, your divinity, your spark of consciousness, which is your intuition. It talks to you all the time. You are never separated from God, Source. You are never separated from Source. You feel like you are, but you're not. It's right there. All you got to do is go inside, and it's right there. And start breathing. When you breathe, deep breathe through your heart and out. And there's different techniques that'll help you. If you breathe in the white light of God, Source, use the term Source, because right now we are running into a problem of containment. They have Earth contained, the rulers do, so that we can't get to Source easily. And they're the ones that are trying to respond and answer to us as if they are Jesus or they are this or that. And they are not. So it goes directly to Source, because the law is you cannot keep anyone from Source. That is the main law in the universe. So that's what you have to do. And breathe it in, exhale the negative, which is dark air, and just keep doing that until you're breathing in white light and you're exhaling white light of the Source. And then tell all the entities around you, I am a sovereign being, and I only answer to the original light, to Source. Because that's all you do, really. That's who you're supposed to. There is a God here. There's powerful ones here. They're like gods. But that's for this false matrix that is sitting on top of our divine matrix. And we're being helped by the higher realms of heaven to make this separation. And I felt that it was real important for the people of Earth, all the humans out there that are truly humans with a soul and the spark, the light beings that are out there and the star seeds, that it's time to make amends with yourself. Your judgment is being only held in the aspect of to make this separation, because we're making it in our physical form. So your heart has to be pure. Make it as pure as possible. Trust me, God's on the scene. He's not going to let anything happen to you if you really want it. So say a prayer and talk to Jesus if you want. But talk to Source and the angels of on high. Not the fallen ones. God bless them, but, they're not who we answer to either. So you need to, damn it, you need to love yourselves. I mean, love yourselves. We are energetic, fucking awesome beings. We are cool. We're exploratory, and Oh, we're so curious that even God yells at me every once in a while. You don't need to know everything. I want to know everything. You don't need. Anyway, that's who we are. We're the curious ones. We're the ones that bebop around the universe all the time as our little golden balls of light. And we see something interesting and we get curious. So then we go in and we play with it and blah, 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 blah. Well, we fell in love with this planet so much that we ended up staying here for, I won't tell you how long, but it's been at least 1,000,000 years. So it's time to go home and see what else is out in the universe. But I wanted to get that out there. And I'm here anytime you need me. Just, message me on Messenger or email me. And kind of put something in the subject note if you email me so that I see it quick, because I get so many. I delete so many at a whack. And I don't want to miss it. And then if you need any healing, just message me. I'm on Facebook under Lori Elliot, and just message me in Messenger. I have the gift of prayer. I have the gift of healing. Just get a hold of me. And if you need help for somebody to make space, and maybe you would like me to do something a little different on one of those healing videos I've done, let me know. I'm always in for a good critique. What's needed, if there's something longer needed or whatever. And I'll try to make one where I actually yell that gut-wrenching yell to release, so that you understand what that release feels and looks like. So, I love you. Things are really going to speed up and start changing really drastically. So, love your families, whoever you're with. Be good. Share the message. Everybody needs to do this now. And so I'm putting you on the rapid, quick trip of doing it. Because your soul is perfect. You need to understand that this is just a soul having a physical experience. This physical body is not permanent. It never was. It's just a means of experiencing part of the universe totally different, which is physical, and it's very heavy, and it's easy to forget who we are. So I love you, and I'll talk to you next time. Ciao.